the Sportswire. Saks and Massieh, it's the Sportswire. Saks and Massieh, it's the Sportswire. Saks and Massieh, it's the Sportswire. Saks and Massieh, hey.
Wednesday, January 10th, the Sportswire with Saks and Massieh back for another episode, this time at our scheduled time because last week we had that technical difficulty, which
that was your fault.
I guess I shouldn't keep bringing it up though, right? We should just kind of let it slide.
Yeah, no one would even know.
But how about that intro there, huh?
You like that?
I like that.
Why? Why do you like it? I feel like, can you please silence your cell phones
You know what
during
I
the
just got?
broadcast? The Sportswire is live.
I just got an alert that the Sportswire is live.
Are you our friend on Facebook?
I guess so.
Are you our only friend?
But
I didn't even get to know this.
I do. I'm sorry, we both kind of dazed out there. I thought I was waiting for you either. But I do like that it's a Sportswire with Saks and Massieh. That's how it should be. That's how it's always been. Not because my name's first, but usually it goes...
It sounds like it's because it's your name.
No, usually it goes the shorter name.
It does sound better on the rap. But then there's a part in the song, you have to go listen to it. I think I posted on our podcast. It's on there.
Is it?
The actual full version. It's pretty good. Uncle Answers to the rescue. You can't tell anyone who Uncle Answers is.
I was gonna say, did you just say Uncle Answers?
That's his name. That's the rapper's name.
Oh, okay.
He's a puppet out of Las Vegas.
He's a puppet.
Los Angeles, California.
So it's not a person. Uncle Answers is a puppet.
It's a puppet. You've never seen.
Kind of like us, two puppets.
No, we're actually real. Uncle Answers is an actual puppet. I'll show it to you in a second.
Okay.
Here. Instagram, follow him at Uncle Answers. Also, follow us, right?
Absolutely.
Making sports great again.
Making sports great again on Instagram. We got Max the Yorkie Poo. We're going live here. Max is trying to get all up on my knee. But I wanted to bring something up, which I thought you might be able to enlighten me with some of your wisdom, if there's any wisdom from the Massieh.
There's lots of wisdom.
Uncle Answers. Wow. He's an old fella.
He's an old guy, but he can rap like he's young.
Huh.
Yeah,
have you ever met Uncle Answers?
I have not. He's in the real estate. He called me for a couple of quotes for some of his buyers. He's in the real estate, fancy cars, and guns. So that's all.
Seems like you guys have a lot in common.
Yeah,
real estate.
Real estate. That's it. Yeah, pretty much.
So what I was going to say is this morning, going into work, I get in the elevator, and somebody else gets in, and I realized how odd it is. So you just get in this small little space with a complete stranger.
The elevator,
and
right?
you're the elevator, yes.
Yeah,
okay. and you're traveling up directly up or down.
Correct.
With a complete stranger, and you don't utter a single word to the person.
You don't talk to people in the elevator?
You talk to people in the elevator?
I talk to everyone.
What do you say?
It depends on what stage.
Depends what they look like?
It depends on the stage of the elevator ride. If I'm walking in.
Okay.
It's, of course, hey, how are you guys doing? And then we start the conversation.
You just don't walk in and go and put the butt in? And
no, that's so awkward. No wonder it's so weird for you. But say I'm in the elevator and someone else joins me. I go, hey, what floor would you like to go to? I'm the polite one in the conversation.
So you're,
and then they go,
you're
floor
the elevator
3.
operator.
Yeah,
you don't let them operate their own buttons?
Exactly. They say floor 3. I go, where are you going? What's over there? What's in floor 3?
Really? I would tell you to go take a hike.
No, you wouldn't, because I am an intimidating guy. You would just be like,
I wouldn't.
I'm going to work. My name is Justin. Going to Pure Mortgage.
Wow. I can't believe you talk to people.
I talk to everyone.
And I'm the opposite. I don't want to talk to anybody. Leave me alone.
But you
let me live my life.
That's
you live your life.
That's the old Saks.
No,
the new Saks has a podcast broadcasting to the world,
and it's two of us in an empty room.
But you're talking.
I am not with a stranger in a confined space.
You are. You're with a stranger,
in
their car, but they don't make it awkward.
Speaking of which, I got a text today of somebody listening to the Sportswire with Saks and Massieh in their car.
How do they like it? Girl, guy?
Loved it.
What's our demographic?
JD in Virginia. Shout out to JD in Virginia.
East Coast.
Yep, we're coast to coast, baby. Sportswire.
Any feedback? Did he give us any feedback?
Liked it. Big fan.
Liked it.
Big fan of Sportswire. It was nice to hear familiar voices.
I didn't check the stats of our...
But... I know we've got a bunch of listeners. I've been kind of, getting people out there to listen to us.
We have 88 total downloads.
Wow, 88.
That's a lot.
That's good.
for being nobodies. If you think, I don't even have 88 friends. You have maybe, what, 3 friends? I have 4. So.
You have more friends than me?
Oh, for sure. I have 1 more friend than you.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, pal.
That's okay.
But technically.
Are you counting Max?
Max is my best friend.
Okay.
That
was cute. It was it was raining in San Diego yesterday, which is a rare occurrence. I cannot tell you the last time it did rain in San Diego, but I did see that Max the Yorkie Poo was bundled up in a jacket.
Sweatshirt. Yeah.
Sweatshirt.
She can't get wet. Why would I keep
Why
her?
would you have a sweatshirt anyway? It never rains.
Yeah, but it gets cold. It got
Does
cold.
Max
and
go
she
to the
was
bathroom
shivering.
in the rain?
She does not. She
Neither
hates
does
it.
Cruiser. Yesterday, Cruiser would not go to the bathroom.
I had to
Refused.
force her.
I was afraid he was going to shit in the kitchen over the night.
Oh, and he didn't?
Thankfully he didn't. He was
wow.
able. He didn't go till this morning. But
It
I
was
was
still
worried.
raining, though, this morning.
I don't know. I don't think it was.
Oh, really? Wasn't,
Yeah,
it wasn't
not
in the
by
hood.
me.
In
Yeah,
the hood.
in the hood.
Poway, yeah.
That rough 92064 neighborhood.
Yeah, it's
Those-
so
the
scary
hood of
out there.
Poway.
Lots of coyotes and deers. I almost had a deer the other day. You know what a deer is?
Yeah, I know what a
deers
deer
in
is. I
New
grew up
Hampshire.
in New
Yeah,
York.
yeah,
We
yeah,
have
yeah. New Hampshire.
deers all doe, a deer, a female deer.
All right, it's still raining. And
It's not raining anymore.
it's not? I've been outside all
it's
day.
not
I've been
raining. It
working.
hasn't rained pretty much all day, I don't think.
Actually, I went outside for lunch.
Oh, yeah? What you get?
I got a ribeye.
Did you go to Bully's?
No, I went to Wood Ranch.
Oh, Wood Ranch.
Wood Ranch.
Great place. Used to be Randy Jones Barbecue out there in the Hazard Center.
Yeah, I got a nice
Great
ribeye.
happy hour.
Oh,
Great
really?
happy
We
hour.
should have done the show from there.
We should.
Just like Randy Jones used to. Mm-hmm. I got a ribeye. It was delicious.
Yeah,
Expensive, though.
It is expensive. That's why you got to go on the happy hour.
$35
Whoa.
for a ribeye.
Wow.
Don't tell
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, no one's going to hear this.
Yes.
Don't worry, just 88 people.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, San Diego Restaurant Week
Oh,
coming up here.
Nice.
I know that we're supposed to go.
No one's told me that.
No? All right.
I got the lead. Should I take it now?
It's
or-
money.
No.
You're going to leave money on the table for the podcast?
I have to
All right.
for my fans.
That's appreciated.
Yes. All right. So we had
Oh,
a
this
good
is a
week.
sports podcast,
Yes,
right?
we
Oh,
had a
my
good
bad. Let's
weekend.
get to some sports.
We got to sit on your couch,
We did?
be embarrassed pretty much.
Oh, my gosh. We were live.
We were live.
Especially Saks was embarrassed.
Oh yeah, you.
I
Had,
was live saying, you were saying, is there a chance? And I said, there's no chance
I'm glad
that
I'm
the
on
Titans
record.
are going to come back.
I didn't say.
21-3.
I just kept asking you.
What happens?
And
Titans come back, win 22-21.
Um,
Pretty good game, though. It was an exciting game.
the best part of the game was the quarterback
Mariota.
touchdown, right?
Yeah, that was
To
a really
himself.
cool play.
Yeah.
And then at the end, it got a little scary there when they thought that they might have fumbled it, and then Kansas City returned it.
Oh yeah. But that it was clearly down. It's
and
just
then, of
excitement.
course, Saturday night,
It's okay.
the
The
Rams.
Rams.
My team ahead
So
in the
you're
Super Bowl.
officially out of
I'm officially out, but
betting contention of the first round.
this weekend you'll be out as
I
well.
don't think so. We're going to talk about it. I don't know if you want to talk about
For
it
those
now.
who are this is their first episode they're listening to.
Shame
Massieh.
on you. Go back and listen to them all.
Exactly. Massieh and I have a bet on Super Bowl. We both have the Patriots coming out of the AFC and the NFC. I had the Rams and Massieh has the Eagles. So the deal was whoever had the Super Bowl has to buy the other person dinner.
And Saks lost the very first game.
But there is a part 2 of this that if we both get eliminated prior to the Super Bowl, we can repick. So Massieh will be eliminated this week, and then we can repick. And
Why do you think the Eagles are going to lose this weekend? I can't even trust you after the Titans.
that's
call.
right. Titans, Rams. I went 2 for 4.
2 for 4.
2 for 4. So let's kind of just give a rundown of the matchups this weekend. Saturday, you have Atlanta at Philadelphia.
And they're favored.
Atlanta's favored by 3.
That's nuts. On the road in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Does she not know that we're in a show?
Yeah.
Saks is getting a call.
I buzzed it, though.
Unbelievable.
Hey, it's not easy being popular, Massieh.
I know. Finally. Took you a while.
At least you got a lead.
Yeah. Mine is making me money. Yours is costing
mine is costing me money. So we have Atlanta at Philly. Atlanta favored by 3 points. I think this is the first time in Super Bowl history that you have. Yeah, you're right, Max. that you have the division, the number 1 seed, not favored in their first game.
Probably first time ever.
First time ever, I believe. So we have that game. Massieh, of course, you're taking Philly, I'm guessing?
I'm still taking Philly. I still like the chances that maybe Nick Foles can step up to the plate. and get something done. They were one of the top performing offenses in the league.
With Carson Wentz.
Yes, and
with Carson Wentz.
They might be a little
They
bit
got
worse.
shut out their last game.
Well, they weren't even playing that hard. The point is, they've made some adjustments. I think they've watched some film, hopefully. Knock on wood. No knocking, because we get dinged for that. But I think that Nick Foles is going to step up to the plate and actually win a playoff game. The problem is, I don't think they're going to go far after this game. I think the Falcons are overrated. They played well last week, but they just can't do it. They're not a Super Bowl team.
So keeping with the NFC here, the next game we have is on Sunday in the NFC, the second NFC game. We have New Orleans at Minnesota. Minnesota favored by 4.
And I think that's my favorite game of the playoffs so far.
I think it's going to be a great game.
I think the Vikings win.
I'm taking New Orleans.
Because you're a Drew Brees fan? Or
You're a Drew Brees fan, too.
I'm a big Drew Brees fan, but he's getting old.
I think they're a better team.
He's getting old.
They had no issues last week.
Drew Brees? They had some.
It was a good game with Carolina towards the end, but they didn't even have the running game going. And they were still able to win. Drew Brees had a great game. Running game really wasn't there for them, but they were still able to handle Carolina, which a lot of people had as an underdog, to possibly go to the Super Bowl again.
So Minnesota, best defense in the league. Are they going to stop Drew Brees?
I don't think they're going to stop the offense as a whole. I think maybe they'll stop Drew Brees, maybe they'll stop the running game, but I don't think you can stop both of them.
Are you a firm believer that...
And I don't think they can put up enough points, Minnesota, where they're going to overcome Drew Brees or
Final score,
Kamara.
What's your estimate?
Over-under is 46.5.
And they're favored by 4.
And
so
Minnesota's
you're
favored by 4.
Minnesota loses, so that's going to be a high-scoring affair, right? They're not going to shut out Minnesota.
No. I'm thinking 27-17.
New Orleans.
Wow.
Wow.
27-17. New Orleans. You heard it on the Sportswire.
You've been wrong half the time, which is still pretty good. I'll take it.
If I was playing baseball, I'd be a 500 hitter.
You'd be in the Hall of Fame.
I'd be a Hall of Famer.
I'm going to go Minnesota 21 and the Saints 10. I think Drew Brees struggles.
So you're taking the under.
I'm taking the under, but I'm also taking Minnesota. I think Drew Brees struggles against this defense. I just don't think he's going to be the same old Drew Brees that he once was. The offensive line isn't. The receiving core isn't. Drew Brees is really going to have to step up to the plate. He probably throws 2 interceptions this game, and they lose at Minnesota, and Minnesota takes on Philly in the next round.
So Massieh has the NFC Championship, Minnesota at Philadelphia.
But I don't like Philadelphia's chances there. That's when I lose.
So you're thinking Minnesota's going to go Super Bowl?
Now I do, yes.
Now you do.
Well, they're the favorite right now.
Are they?
Who else isn't?
I think New Orleans or Atlanta has a better chance than the 1 or 2 seed.
No, I think Minnesota's favored to go to the Super Bowl at this point.
I'm taking both 1 and 2 seeds to lose. Okay. I'm taking Atlanta over Philly.
That's bold.
And New Orleans over Minnesota.
Bold in the playoffs.
Are we going to watch together this weekend?
No, that was that
was a one-time thing?
Yeah, that was. You just got lucky.
I did get very lucky.
We had a retake.
Why can't we reconvene this weekend? You got a bunch of errands to do? You're going to tell me you got to go to Best Buy again for the 3rd week in a row?
I do have to go
no one goes to Best Buy for 3 weeks in a row.
It's Home Depot this week.
Oh, yeah? You don't even own a home. It's called Home Depot.
I own multiple homes. Thank you very much. I can't do Sunday. Sunday I have a mommy and me appointment.
Oh, right near Choose Fitness?
Yeah, your gym, your local gym. Saturday I'm free between 9 and 6 p.m.
So Saturday we have 2 games. We have Atlanta at Philly at 1:35 and Tennessee at New England at 5:15.
Atlanta and Philly. I think we have to watch that one. The other one is
a little Buffalo Wild Wings or something, maybe?
Yeah, we can do that.
I don't know if that would be Buffalo Wild. What's your take
high protein?
What's your take on Buffalo Wild Wings? I got a lot. There's a lot of haters out there.
I don't like the wings. I don't like the wings.
I was talking to my boy Sean today, another podcast listener.
Who is Sean? How come I've never heard of your boy Sean?
I don't know.
Okay, continue.
And Sean Not a fan of Buffalo Wild Wings either.
I don't like the wings. I like the ambiance. I like the TVs. I like the beers. I like the seating. I like the openness. The one in Mission Valley, of course.
I got to drop some LBs, though, I think.
I
did not go to the gym yesterday because it was raining.
You're one of those guys? That's why it was empty. I love it.
It's San Diego. People do not know how to drive in the rain. They do not know how to drive. They don't understand that you're not supposed to go 80 miles per hour and be swerving in and out in the rain. It's dangerous. You put your life in your hands. And I said, you know what? It is more dangerous for me to go to the gym than the health benefits I'm going to get from going.
Is that
to
what
the
you
gym.
said when
That's
you were in the bed? That was your
And then I said, alarm off, and I went back to sleep.
It sounds like you were going to sleep in regardless. So
No.
So the best part about the rain and the timing of it is all these people did their New Year's resolution. So the gym has been packed.
I know. I had to wait for the showers the other morning. I was pissed. I never wait for the showers.
Jam-packed. Once the rain hit, empty.
Yeah.
All these, I want to say fatties, quit. They just gave up on the resolution.
You think that's it? Now the resolution's done?
Over.
For good?
It's so
over.
hard to get back into it. It's so hard.
They haven't even created that routine yet.
Yeah, exactly. So once God was like, it's over.
I
appreciate it.
Well, I can't tell you the last time it rained. Months.
December?
It didn't rain last month.
Thought so. Maybe once.
I don't know. I honestly don't remember the last time it rained, and my dumb ass gets a car wash last weekend.
That's good.
I get a car wash. I get home. Britt tells me, you know it's going to rain on
You're
Tuesday.
the guy who doesn't check the weather before you get a car wash?
San Diego. It never rains. It's a story of my life, though. Conspiracy theory.
Maybe
I have the J
You
Saks
just got to do
conspiracy
some
theory.
research on the weather. That's not a conspiracy.
Speaking
That's
of, I have another story from a listener. Shout out to my boy Drittel out there in New York. We were texting each other while watching the Islander game. He was actually at the Islander game, and he said there were these kids, these annoying kids around him, yelling, running around at the game, and the Islanders were down 4-2 at this point. And he said, my luck, gonna tie, go to overtime, go to 12 rounds in the shootout. I said, that's a J Saks conspiracy right there. What happens in the game?
I think it happened.
Tied, 4-4, overtime. No winner in overtime. Only went 5 rounds in the shootout, though,
not bad.
12. But he was pretty close on the call.
Pretty close.
Yeah. So
we'll do Atlanta, Philly, maybe Buffalo Wild Wings. Is Hooters still around?
yeah, but
I don't like their wings
I'm not.
either.
I've never
You're
been
not
a
a Hooters
Hooters guy. Ay.
My shaking of my head.
Yeah.
All right, so you pick a restaurant, and we will meet there. Maybe we'll do a sneak show or something if it's quiet enough.
Maybe
like a cigar lounge or something. No, you don't smoke cigars. Even though you got me a cigar kit.
I did for your birthday.
Yeah, it's came in handy a couple times.
It's got
People think I'm so official. I come with this cigar case.
Only the best for Massieh.
I'm like, dude,
only the best.
Trust me, I did not do this on my own.
Only the best. I got that on Etsy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Personalization. Only
How
the
much
best.
time do you have on your...
For you, Massieh, my time is endless.
Etsy. This guy's on
endless.
Etsy.
Endless time. When
right.
I'm on Pinterest, that's when you guys got to start worrying.
I'm going to start worrying soon here. AFC.
Go. We got Tennessee and New England Saturday evening. New England favored by 13.
Okay.
DeMarco Murray will not be playing again this week.
That's fine.
When we were watching last week, I thought Murray was playing.
Because you kept saying stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't see him in there, Saks.
It was Henry or whatever his name is.
But Henry ran all over him last week.
He did. He looked well.
How many yards do you have?
You can't take
156
Tennessee.
yards.
You can't take Tennessee over New England. There's no way.
You can't, but I think
maybe with the spread minus 13 you can.
Oh, of course you take the points there if you're a betting man.
But straight up in terms of winning the game, New England all day.
You think so? You're going New England.
I wonder what the payout is if you take Tennessee straight up.
Straight up, it's probably 500 to 1. That they're huge underdogs.
It's worth putting? If it's 500 to 1, I'd put down $10. You have a better chance of winning that than I had of winning the Powerball, which I played all last week.
You played the Powerball?
I played Powerball. I played Mega Millions. I'm looking to retire, Massieh.
You're a mess.
I probably wasted $40 in the past 2 weeks on.
I'll do $100 on Tennessee winning it straight up.
I was thinking we gotta see what the odds are.
Okay.
We gotta see what the odds are. But I'm not opposed to it.
I think Tennessee comes to play. It's gonna be a good game. They just need to pressure Brady, and I think he crumbles. I think how old is he now? 40?
Yeah, he's 40.
He's got some drama for the first time. Maybe not the first time, but in a while with the whole Bill Belichick thing and the backup quarterback trade. What's that guy's name? I can't say.
Garoppolo?
Oh, I was close. So I think they're not all there mentally. But hopefully it's a good game. I don't want to see Tom Brady just marching down the field every single drive. Do you? That's not a good game to watch.
No, I want to see a good game. I want to see like what we saw with Tennessee and Kansas City.
Yeah.
I don't want to see a Jacksonville Buffalo, that's for sure.
No.
Even though Jacksonville made it interesting. But that's the next game we're gonna talk about. I don't think Tennessee has a chance, but you never know. It's the playoffs. Anything can happen.
Oh, look.
Anything can happen.
Look who's got the change of heart.
As Massieh says, it's the real season now.
This is where the money happens. I mean, all you guys play fantasy football all year and bragging about this and watching
Saxy
your
Beast.
team.
Saxy Beast winner.
And you
Number one.
What was the team you beat again?
D's Nuts.
D's Nuts.
Shout out to D's Nuts. He's a listener
Is
as
he?
well.
He's a listener?
I'm bringing tons of listeners on board, Massieh.
Apparently. Looks like you got 72 out of the 88. I'll take it. But I think this is when the big boys' pants go on and they play actual football. It's more strategic. Everything is on the line. Every single play counts. Where regular season players are taking games off, plays off, concussion protocol, all this bullshit.
There's more concussion drama going on in the league.
If these players don't get concussions every single
Cam
play,
Newton, I think it was, where they said that he wasn't taken to the locker room for the concussion protocol.
Of course he wasn't. It's the playoffs.
If the protocol's there, the protocol. I'm kind of on the fence on it. It's the playoffs. The guy doesn't want to come out. But if that's the rule and you're showing signs, then you got to take the guy out.
Nope.
If that's the rule, then that's the rule.
Not Cam Newton. Maybe
So you think that the rules don't apply?
the rules for the concussion rules do not apply? Correct.
To what? Ever?
I don't think they do ever
Of
because
course they apply.
they get concussions almost every single play. You just gotta tough it out, bro.
Wow.
This is football. This isn't flag. The concussion rule was made because of that Will Smith movie, and it shed light on all the what was it called, CTS or yeah, it's whatever, and that's the issue. So now the NFL had to do something. These players don't care. They're making millions of dollars.
I think
a
they
year.
care.
No, I think some of them might.
They're going to
still
care.
playing.
They're going to care when they're violent and depressed and
If
suicidal.
I told you, well, I mean, we all are, just in real estate and mortgages.
I don't even make millions of dollars.
Yeah. Oh man. All right, so we all agree New England's going to win.
New England.
Okay, so that's the only guarantee you have. I think it's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
I'll take Tennessee if the odds are with me.
And then on the next game in the AFC, we're looking at Jacksonville-Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's favored by 7.
That's too much, in my opinion. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars pull it off.
Jacksonville's too hit or miss for me.
But
Blake Bortles.
I love him.
Why do you love him?
Great kid.
Ay.
Just shows up, plays the game of football, stand-up guy, takes the criticism, and he goes. What are you looking at?
I'm looking to make sure we got the right mic going.
We got the right mic this time, buddy. This is good stuff, though.
This is
Bortles is good. Why don't you like Bortles? He led them
he's
to the
inconsistent.
sixth leading offense in the league last year. Or this year, I should say.
He's had some times where he's looked really good, but then you look last week and he looked really bad.
That was an ugly game.
It was a very ugly game.
Very at home against a bad team. They should have easily won that game 30-3.
The Bills Mafia almost pulled off the upset.
Almost. But
We talked about the Bills Mafia last podcast, and
Yes.
I've been sending you, I think, a couple
memes or
things from the Bills Mafia.
And
That's the worst thing about the Bills not in the playoffs anymore is that I'm not going to get to see the Bills Mafia.
That's true. Big Ben's last game, if he loses,
No,
he's coming back.
it's coming back.
Does Eli come back?
Yeah, Eli comes back.
Really? As a starter?
I think Eli comes back and starts for the Giants.
Interesting. Well, they got a new coaching staff,
Yeah,
right?
new coach, new GM.
Yeah, so he has to.
So
He has to come back. But you think Ben loses, he comes back.
Ben's coming back.
Ben wins it all, does he come back? Or do you just retire?
I think if you win it all, you retire.
I think you go out.
I think that's it.
Hall of Fame career, if he wins.
If he wins.
I think either way, he's been a Hall of Fame player.
Is
How
he?
many championships? 3?
I think 2.
I'll take 2. How many quarterbacks do you know? Not you personally, but how many quarterbacks in the league have won more than one Super Bowl? The big guys. Steve
Brady.
Young, Brady, of course. That's it. Who else is active besides Eli?
I'm not good with my,
Your trivia? You're great at trivia.
Not with my past. I'm good with once I've started caring, but not from the past.
You know Alexa has trivia?
I do. I play Jeopardy sometimes.
Do you? Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I played NBA trivia the other day.
I can't find that skill. To find skills, go to the skills section of the Alexa app.
Alexa's so cool. Alexa, can you fart? There it is. There it is.
Real mature. That's why you
It's a
have
Sportswire, bro.
with Saks and Massieh.
Oh, here we go. There's no maturity level on the Sportswire. Saks says you're so weird.
Saks says that? Really? Another listener. Has he been
Another
listening?
listener.
I think, yeah, he has, because he
listened
appreciated
once.
the shout-out.
He
got a shout-out.
That's it.
So are you taking Pittsburgh or Jacksonville?
I'm taking Jacksonville.
You're taking Jacksonville.
Jacksonville on the road.
Wow. To win.
To win the game.
Not just to cover.
Yeah, to win the game. We don't play the cover, Saks.
So the only game we agree on is New England.
That's good, right?
Yeah, of course it's good.
That's better than last week when we didn't agree on anything.
So, do we want to talk about Gruden?
I personally don't care about Gruden.
So there was an interesting thing that I did read though, So Gruden's contract, 10 years, $100 million. That's what everyone's saying that it's being. But I read it's backloaded. Now that's good for both the Raiders and for Gruden.
What does backloaded mean?
So maybe the first couple years they're going to pay him $4 million a year.
Is it guaranteed?
Nobody's been able to, nothing that I've seen. No one's been able to say how much is guaranteed, what's guaranteed, anything like that.
And don't they post it online or something? You can't
Players, but I haven't found anything on.
Coaches.
If anybody out there has any information, they should send it to us. Let us know. What's the website will be in the the email address is in the description of the podcast.
The Sportswire at joshuamassiah.com.
The Sportswire at joshuamassiah.com.
Are you repeating everything I'm saying?
Massieh.
It's in the notes.
It's in the notes.
It's in the show notes.
It's in the show notes.
You brought up an interesting point. You are.
I'm good. I'm not parroting you anymore.
You brought up an interesting point. State income tax.
There you go.
Huge
difference.
But does he have to be a resident of Nevada? Or
no, because
California?
I think
Just
don't
employed?
players get a 1099 or a W-2 from every
They get a
state
W-2.
they play in?
Well, I did a loan for an NFL player, and we only got the W-2 from the 49ers the last 2 years of his W-2s.
I thought there was something where they paid taxes for state. Maybe they pay state taxes in every state that they play in.
Yeah.
So for the Raiders, moving to Nevada, Las Vegas, no income tax, state income tax.
So do players hate playing in California and the higher tax
I
states?
think that when you negotiate your contract,
But say I'm a Jacksonville Jaguar and I have to go play the Chargers. I'm pretty pissed that I have to pay more in income tax, right?
Yeah, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, though.
You can't be too mad if you're making $100,000 less, right?
Yeah.
Just for flying across town.
Yeah.
Okay, well that'll be interesting. That maybe if we ever get someone on the show, like a coach or a player, we can interview him and ask him.
Yeah.
Write that down for.
If they even know how it works, most of them I'm sure don't even know. They don't even look at their
stuff. Now we're never gonna get just insulting their intelligence. We'll get someone. We'll make it the point.
Okay. Speaking of insulting intelligence, how about the Chargers?
They're still around?
They're still around. The Los Angeles Chargers. Why did they miss the Super Bowl this year? I mean, not the playoffs.
Kicking.
Special teams.
Yep.
And what do they do today? They sign a kicker. A little too late, Chargers. A little too late. You're going to sign a kicker now that you were eliminated from the playoffs? You missed it by one game?
But the kicker they signed's not even that good.
So the kicker they signed, Aguayo or whatever his name is, drafted in the second round in 2016.
That's pretty good for a kicker.
That's really good for a kicker to be drafted that high.
Yeah.
But what's he going to do, this guy? In 2016 when he was playing for Tampa. Misses 9 field goals and 2 extra points.
How long were the field goals that he missed?
Doesn't matter how long they were.
What if they were all 50-yarders?
Doesn't matter. You're drafted in the second round. You're a kicker. And you missed 9 field goals and 2
I'm gonna
extra
have to look
points?
this guy up. Because we have to give him some credit. Even though I hate the Chargers, and we're on record of everyone knowing that I hate
Roberto Aguayo out of Florida State University.
Let's check out his stats here.
It's not going to say in this article that you're looking at.
No, it's
I
not.
read this article earlier. You're going to have to go back.
I saw it on the right-hand screen here. 31 field goals made.
No, 31 attempts.
22, 71%. Let's see. Can I say that?
He didn't even play in the league this year, huh?
Doesn't look like it.
And this is who they're signing. After the whole reason they missed the playoffs was because of kicking. It makes no sense to me. And they still have whatever knucklehead they had the last game of the season. They have still signed to a contract. Nick Rose or whatever his name is.
Why do they have 2 kickers?
Why? Because they're the Chargers.
I can't find the stats. I'll find it. You keep talking.
Okay. So just boggled my mind today to see the Chargers make a move for a kicker now that the season's over. They should have been doing this early in this season or in the offseason last year to shore up their kicking game. I think that the kicking game is so underrated in the importance. And we talked about it last time that everybody's always going to point to the kicker when they miss a field goal and they miss an extra point, and not to the quarterback who has a bad interception or the wide receiver who drops a wide open ball in the end zone. It always comes back to the kicker missing. You look at the national championship game on Monday. Great game, by the way. We were texting.
Great game.
Great game.
But college football is so sloppy.
It's college.
It's college, but...
And what about the kicking game?
That was ugly.
Exactly. Comes down to the kickers. There was a great kick, though, by Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
Georgia, 51-yarder. Late in the game.
And he hooked it.
It was a beautiful kick.
Nice. It was perfect.
Yeah. And that was a really nice kick. I was like, wow, that kid's got a leg there. That kid can play in the NFL. That kid should shine with the Chargers.
For sure.
He could be a second-round draft pick and has 9 field goals, and they'd still sign him.
Let's do it. Pick him up for free.
So that was my wow moment today when I was scouring some of the headlines. I just couldn't believe the Chargers made that move. I know press conference for the season end, they talked about how they should have addressed the kicking game better, blah, blah, blah. But come on.
The Chargers are a losing franchise. Will they ever win the Super Bowl? Never say never, but I think this is the franchise that will never win a Super Bowl. Just like the Padres might never win a championship.
What a sorry city we live in.
This is the worst sports city, probably.
At least Cleveland has
world?
LeBron. They have the Browns,
LeBron,
but they have
they
LeBron.
have the Indians.
That's right.
They have a decent.
When you look at sports cities that have had nothing, San Diego, what have we? We had LT.
We still have LT at OG's.
We don't even have a football team. That's crazy. I think this city only has one franchise. It's the sorry ass Padres. 2020. Let's see if they stay on track. It's so tempting for them to make a move and get off track.
They won't. We're just cursed. It's the Ray Kroc curse. I've talked about it before. We have to somehow reverse that curse.
I was talking to somebody the other day about McDonald's and Ray Kroc and everything, and I thought of you and your Ray Kroc curse.
It's true. We have to come up with our own franchise to knock out the Ray Kroc. The Ray Kroc curse. These nuts and cock in the same show. All right, baseball boring. Nothing's going on. No free agents. When does the season even start?
I read that the hot stove has been cold this year.
Nothing.
A few moves early on. You had stand-in to the Yankees and a couple other things going on. But besides that.
So does that mean we're having a repeat season pretty much? The teams have stayed the same?
It's going to be the Yankees.
Yankees and who?
It was Astros last year. Are the Astros the best team again in the AL? I'd say.
Astros, Yankees. are going to face off, hopefully, for a World Series trip.
That's right.
But in the NL,
who
Dodgers,
knows?
Cubs.
Who knows?
I like the Dodgers.
I don't know. Dodgers just don't do it for me.
Why? They're a good team. Good pitching.
They are a good team.
Good hitting. Horrible fans. You ever meet a Dodger fan? They still brag about. They're just like a Raider fan. They still brag about their championship from whatever.
They're still talking about that home run on one leg or whatever.
Oh yeah, still to this day.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, dude.
Have you ever been to Chavez Ravine?
Oh, horrible stadium.
Gosh.
I had a great experience there once. A Dodger fan made a paper airplane. Mm-hmm. I was in the nosebleed section, of course. Up top. The guy throws it towards the field, and it lands on the pitcher's mound during the game.
From the nosebleeds.
From the nosebleeds.
There must have been some good wins.
It was amazing. I've never seen anything like that. Was the highlight of my trip to Dodger Stadium.
Did you go sleeve?
I did not go with sleeve.
He's all about the baseball tour.
With Scott Shed. You remember Scott?
I know Shed. Yeah, we went to the Padre game with him.
Yeah. We had season tickets until the Padres took us in a bus. Bad move.
Really?
Don't ever do that. Get your own car.
So I don't like being confined to other people's vehicles. I don't care if it's a bus. I don't care if there's somebody else.
I'll meet you there.
I want to be in
control. That's
control.
what I should have done.
It's kind of like being in the elevator. I do not like being confined spaces with other people.
How do you have a girlfriend? I guess you have to like that person.
That's a good question. Yeah. Maybe we'll have to bring her on to answer.
She totally denied. She just rejected our offer to go on the Sportswire.
Yeah, when we were recording from my house on Saturday.
It's probably
total
smart.
rejection.
Probably smart. She could have brought us. Maybe she probably would have lost us some fans.
Why is that?
Just girls on the Sportswire. We have.
I'm not even
listeners.
touching that, Massieh.
We have female listeners.
We sure do. Equal opportunist podcast over here.
Can we look up the demographics? It just says total.
Maybe Mr. Young Vanilla or whatever, Vanilla Ice or whoever it is that does the puppet. What's the puppet's name?
Uncle Answers.
Uncle Answers.
Vanilla Ice. We only know people are using iTunes, Safari, Chrome, and Apple Core Media.
What's Apple Core Media?
I'm guessing your cell phone or a link or I don't know.
Interesting.
Geography. Looks like we have a Alaska visit. What? Oh.
That's funny.
We have an Alaska listener, and then somewhere over here. Oh, the Netherlands. That's where
Amrish.
Your boy, Amrish. Look at, we're worldwide, bro.
I thought Amrish was in India.
Oh. Here we go again.
Now I'm getting in trouble again with Amrish.
First week, you missay his name. Now you assume he's in India. He's Indian. He doesn't have to be in India. There's a huge Indian commercial.
I'd love to have Amrish on the show to explain how he got from India to the Netherlands.
That would be a good story, but not really sports related.
We don't have to keep it sports. I think people like other stuff besides sports. This way we can keep them engaged.
That's true. I wonder what they're doing right now. They're probably driving at the gym. Do you listen to podcasts at the gym?
No, I can't because then I'm too focused on the podcast and not on my workout. At the gym, I listen to ESPN, which I don't know the difference between listening to ESPN and the podcast. So,
at least you brought it up.
Yeah.
All right, so that's our demographic. Lots of California listeners. We got one in Texas.
I don't know the Texas person.
Missouri. Who's in Missouri?
Huh.
This is awesome. Virginia.
There you go.
You know someone in Virginia?
Do.
Jersey.
We have none on New York?
I don't see any.
Go. You don't even know where New York is.
Right there, right?
Right here. Oh, jeez. There's Long Island right there. None in New York. Wow.
Easy on the monitors, bro.
I can't believe my boys in New York are not supporting the Sportswire.
We have 2 big states. We just need Florida.
And New York. Hey.
Screw New York.
Wow. Now we're definitely not getting New York listeners.
It's a blue state, baby. Are we a red or blue state?
Now here's the thing, though. It looks like if I downloaded 6 of the episodes, that's 6 downloads.
So it could be one person.
Because Amrish is probably the only one in the Netherlands, and he's got 10 downloads.
But we haven't had 10 shows.
Maybe Amrish downloaded twice from a different computer.
Gets excited. Maybe he told a friend.
Maybe he was so angered at me that he told somebody else and they downloaded it.
Maybe. NBA. My favorite sport.
What's the NBA?
National Basketball Association.
Oh. I saw the stat today. Curry's out.
Again.
Got hurt in practice or something. Shooting.
Why is he playing? If he's
Same
still
ankle injury.
The ankle roll.
He's 5-0 since he came back, but he's out against the Clippers.
They were 5-2 when he was gone or something. They were still winning without him.
You know how I feel about the
Golden
Warriors.
State
Yeah,
yes.
I'm not a fan.
But if I was Steph Curry, I would sit out a month until this thing heals. Play in practice, stay in shape. Is he doing it for the money? Is he doing it for the love of the game? I don't know. His contract's guaranteed, I think.
Obviously, the love of the game.
$33 million.
Who wants to not play?
And make $33 million? Me. If I'm hurt.
If I could ball, I'd want to ball, though.
But he's hurt.
Yeah, but if... Right, but...
He has no reason. It's not like the NFL where you only get 16 games.
Maybe he wasn't hurt. Maybe he was fine, and then he just re-injured it.
Well, that means that he wasn't fine. Means there was still an injury there.
There's always going to be an injury there. I broke my ankle 10 years ago, and it's always going to be an issue.
What did you do? How'd you break it?
Hockey.
And then when you felt better, did you go back and play?
I did not.
You retired.
I retired.
You retired.
I retired.
I'm not saying Steph Curry should retire. I'm saying that he should probably sit out until it's fully healed.
Which might not be this whole season.
No, I mean, it wasn't a Brandon, whatever, that Haywood kid's ankle. That's a whole different injury. He needs a full month, maybe 3 weeks of recovery. Just chill, ice it, go to rehab. He's in Oakland, right? Sacramento, San Francisco. Go to Kelly Starrett's gym. He's his CrossFit guy. Good mobilization. And fix him.
You in CrossFit.
I tried it for 6 months.
Did you like it?
It was wonderful.
Oh, you used to go to CrossFit, I remember.
Difficult.
And then they flooded.
Yes. Power cake.
Are they back?
They are not back.
No?
I think that they're down
That's
for
it?
the count. That's it.
Wow. That's a sad story.
Yeah. Maybe we should raise some money for him.
Amrish could create a page.
Amrish, get on the job. I forgot he can't hear us right now. We're not live.
Well, we're live for us.
We're live for us, but not for him.
But not for anybody else.
So Curry needs to sit out. Your boy Lavar Ball needs to sit out as well. Or do you just let him go?
He creates headlines for the Lakers when they shouldn't have any headlines.
They should not even...
That's the only headline the Lakers have. Is
They're
LeVar
selling
Ball.
out the stadium.
Are they selling out?
Every single game.
Wow.
Every single game they sell out. Is it because of LeVar Ball? No, it's Los Angeles. That's the place to be. There's nothing really else to do in Hollywood that's entertaining, which is weird.
Who's the biggest star in Los Angeles sports right now?
Biggest star in Los Angeles sports? Puig? Is that how you say it?
Puig?
Puig?
No, I don't think so.
Kershaw?
I would say Kershaw over Puig.
Yeah, I would say Kershaw.
But I think you have Kershaw,
Gurley?
Goff.
Rivers?
No. And then I think you have Ball.
LeVar or the...
Whatever the kid's name is. I can't even think of his name.
What's Lorenzo, I think?
Lorenzo Ball.
Lorenzo Ball, yeah. So you're
Are
saying...
they all with an L?
Lorenzo,
LeVar?
LeVar, and brother...
LaMelo.
Yeah, they're all with L.
And what's the other one?
The other two brothers had their first game in China or something.
Lithuania. Close.
29 points combined. That's not bad. What a weird fucking turn of events. They were playing in...
How old is the youngest one? Because
16.
shouldn't he be in high school?
Took him out.
So he dropped out of high school.
Well, American high school. Now he's in...
He's going to high school in Lithuania?
What's wrong with that?
Because he probably doesn't speak whatever language they speak
They
there.
probably have an English tutor or translator.
You think it's smart.
But high school's retarded.
Come on.
You don't need to go to high school to succeed as an NBA basketball player.
I don't care.
What? His job is to play sports. He doesn't need
What
high
happens
school.
if he gets injured and he never plays?
His whole family's rich.
You're going to rely on your family? So if you have a rich family, you shouldn't complete high school and work.
If you have a rich family, you should not worry about completing high school to work because your family's rich and you're going to be in the family business.
Totally disagree. Come on, Messiah. Now
You're playing in the
talking
NBA.
out of your ass.
If my dad was like, hey, I'm filthy rich, I want you to just join the family business.
And you're going to drop out of high school.
Hell yeah. Why would I need high school? Did you go to high school? That was the biggest waste of time. Biggest waste. Everything
no.
was 5 years behind.
It doesn't
They didn't even teach me how to type in high school. Did they teach you how to type?
Prior to high school, I learned how
Oh,
to
wow.
type.
Rich schools. Must be nice.
I went to public school.
Did you?
I did. Until college.
That doesn't count.
But
You went to college?
I went to college.
And you're on the Sportswire? Did you go to college for sports entertainment?
I went to college for communication.
Oh, here we are.
Emphasis in media.
Here we are.
Here we are, full circle.
Jeez. Let's quit your mortgage job today. Or tomorrow. It'll be a good day. Oh, man. A little inside joke for all those fans who know us. Don't worry. No one's listening.
Oh, no, I heard something at the door.
Oh, that's your soul leaving.
My soul just left the building.
Oh, yeah. The Lakers won 2 in a row, which is good.
Is it coincidence that they went 2 when Lorenzo just came back?
It's not coincidence.
You don't think it's
Who
coincidence?
did they play? The Kings, and what was the other game they played?
I can't tell you. Massieh,
They played the Kings yesterday. They're a horrible team. Who did they play before? Come on, you're the NBA guy.
I watched the NBA on Christmas Day because there's nothing else on. But besides that,
I remember talking about it on the Sports Rundown.
the
Hawks, another horrible team.
Mm-hmm.
The worst team in basketball. So they beat the worst team in basketball and the third worst team in basketball.
And they're the second worst team.
So things are looking up. Things are looking up for our Lakers.
So it's coincidence that
And it's horrible.
Lorenzo Ball came back and they won 2 games.
Great scheduling, I guess, with the injury and everything else. But he is looking better. He's looking like he's more confident.
So I've been listening to people, and they're saying that you can't teach what Lorenzo Ball has, which is the vision and the passing and all that. What he can improve on is his shot, which you can definitely improve upon, they say.
But I think it's too late in the NBA to improve upon your shot. Look at LeBron. He's gotten better and better, but he's still 50% from the field on his jumpers, or maybe even less, I think. Like 32% last time I checked. He's never been a great shooter.
No, he hasn't. And that, for me, is one of the reasons why I've always kind of said Kobe over LeBron. They're totally different types of players.
Shoot. Kobe has always been a good shooter.
Great shooter. The Black Mamba.
He was 15, I think. He would spend hours.
Did he drop out of high school?
He did. No, he finished high school. But I guarantee.
Didn't he finish in Italy or something or whatever?
I think he had 2 years of high school, or 4 years of high school crammed into 2, and he just played ball over.
So what's the deal, though, with the youngest one? The youngest guy, the youngest Ball, he can join the NBA when? Because he's playing professionally overseas now.
So next year, or you have to be 18.
You have to be 18? So once he's 18, he can join the league?
Which is stupid.
First of all, I don't even think at 18 you should be able to join the league.
Why not?
You're still
you
a
can smoke a
kid.
cigarette. You can drink in some states, right?
Yeah.
You can smoke weed in some states.
I don't know at
Is it
18.
21?
I think it's 21.
21?
At least in California.
It's 21.
When you go to Mommy and Me, there's a new
Right
shop
next door.
Right next door.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
not open yet.
No, they're still doing. They say in January though.
Well, they're pieheads, so it's going to probably be a little delayed. We should open one up. The Sportswire.
Maybe we could broadcast live.
Medical marijuana headquarters.
It's not even medical. It's just. It's not even medical marijuana. It's just marijuana.
You can just come in.
21 and up, and you're welcome to come in and buy.
The world has changed in a dramatic fashion. Mm-hmm. I remember when my friends had to call a drug dealer to get them like a gram of weed.
You had to call a drug dealer, and then it went to you need to have a medical card.
We couldn't text. You couldn't text a drug dealer back then.
You didn't want to. You didn't want it on record.
Oh, well, who cares?
Because it's illegal?
There's codes. There's not illegal anymore. Federal, is it legal yet?
No. Statewide, it's legal. But there's been that talk now about how federally they're going to crack down on it.
So how does that work? Are you good at this stuff?
Good at what?
Like the laws and...
No. I'll leave it to somebody else.
You leave it to your attorney, huh?
I'll leave it to my attorney.
You rich guys can get an attorney. I should probably read up on this medical marijuana stuff. My friend gave me a marijuana bath ball. He's a bodybuilder, and he goes, man, this thing is crazy. And it's
Do you get high?
There is some
THC
in it, but I don't know if you get high. I've never used it.
Because people use like THC
oils
and lotions and stuff. I don't know.
The problem is I don't have a bath. It's all showers in the house. All 18 bathrooms have showers, not one bath.
The master bathroom doesn't have a bath?
They all remodel them out.
That's not good for resale.
They're not reselling, bro. They've been there for 20 years, 25 years.
Eventually, they're going to want to sell.
I don't think so.
They'll do a remodel.
Maybe. But
By
there's no
then, they're
bath.
going to need a remodel.
So this leads me to my next question.
Are you going to ask me to use my bath?
Can I use your bath? Do you have a bath?
I do have a bath in the guest bathroom upstairs. The second bathroom.
It's not a bath. Oh, is
Yeah,
it?
it is. It's a bath.
So you don't have one in the master?
Cruiser gets a bath in there. I know for sure.
Oh, perfect. So
The,
maybe
the
me and
master,
Cruiser.
correct. The master is just a big shower.
So maybe me and Cruiser can take a THC bath.
Cruiser would love it.
We would just chill. Me, Cruiser, and Max just taking the bath.
I hope you're going to wear a bathing suit.
I do not wear bathing suits in the bath, but for you, I will.
All
You
right.
and Cruiser.
Wow.
Cavs, LeBron,
What's going on with the Cavs?
Struggle.
Blown out.
struggling.
Blown out.
Struggling. LeBron. I used to call, me and my boy Cy, we used to call any team that LeBron was on the Lebrons. Because that's all it is. These guys are just sitting here watching
They're
LeBron
watching.
play.
They're watching.
There's no ball movement. There's no team defense. There's literally waiting for LeBron to drop 40 points. But he had 10 points the other day.
LeBron at 10 points?
10 points.
No.
It's the lowest scoring game I've ever heard LeBron have.
10 points.
10 points.
Wow.
It was horrible. And that's the loss to the Timberwolves. LeBron James should never have less than 20 points. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
He should always have a triple-double. 10 points is horrible for LeBron James. And everyone knows who's listening, I'm a big, huge LeBron James fan. I want to name my first child LeBron to give him that outside advantage.
But I heard that's not happening.
That will not happen, of course. Kanye is now in the front runner of names. But LeBron, if you're listening to the Sportswire with Saks and Massieh or Massieh and Saks, whichever one you want to listen to, you need to score more than 15 to 20 points a game. You cannot let your team down like that. You have to get everyone else in the game.
LeBron should always be scoring at least 7 buckets
That's 14 points
and
or
6 free throws.
He shot 2 free throws that game. 2.
The guy should just put his shoulder down and go to the hoop, and he'll get fouled every time.
So what was he doing that whole game that he only went to the line
I can't believe
once?
I didn't know he only. I heard that there was a bad performance by LeBron and the Cavs. I didn't know that it included only 10 points from
10
LeBron.
points.
And something happened with Isaiah.
His name is Isaiah. Isaiah Thomas.
Something happened.
I think just a piss poor game as well. Bad attitude. It was bad. And I don't like what I see. They're dropping down to the 3rd best team or 5th best team in the league.
So
The Celtics look great.
should Cavs fans be concerned?
Yes.
So there is concern in Cleveland.
If what's the guy's name on the Celtics? I wanted to say Rajon Rondo, the guy who got traded from the Cavs.
Kyrie
If
Irving.
Kyrie stays healthy, the Celtics are the favored.
So it looks like
East.
Kyrie made a good move.
Kyrie made a good move, but if he stayed, I think the Cavs would be in a good position too.
Wow. Speaking of cities, though, if I was Kyrie, I'd rather be in Boston every day over Cleveland.
Oh yeah, that was a
Boston
one right
is
there.
a sports city. Boston's a great city.
But I heard they don't really welcome the African American players.
I haven't heard
I
that.
think that was
I don't
a
know.
30 for 30 I watched.
Was it
way
really?
Back in the day, yeah.
About
They weren't
Boston.
Yeah, they were all white guys. Remember when they had Larry Bird?
Oh, yeah, Larry
that whole
Bird.
team was white except Robert Parrish, I think.
I have no clue.
You have no.
All I know is Larry Bird,
Everyone.
and I
knows
know
that.
he's white.
Good. His name is Larry. Was he the last Larry in the NBA? Maybe.
I can't think of another Larry. The only Larry I know is Larry David.
Great season. Did you watch Curb?
I did. I enjoyed it.
That was perfect.
They're coming back for another season.
It's
they announced.
exactly what the world needed. I think.
I feel like sometimes I can be Larry David. I have Larry David moments, but I don't call them out to other people. I only will call them out to like
To
you.
yourself sometimes. You are Larry David-esque, but you're just not as outgoing as Larry David. Like, you have the same luck he has, but you're not going to sit there and
No.
complain.
I'm not going to get a shucker over to my house for some oysters.
I think you and I are a combination of Larry David.
We could be.
You are the Jew side of Larry David.
And you are the Egyptian side of Larry
I'm
David.
no filter side, and you're the bad luck.
you have no. I don't know. I think it's definitely something more recently that you have no filter.
No, it's just I think you're getting older, so it's starting to bother you a lot more. Back in the day when we were young, you would love it. You would LOL all day.
You weren't at the point of no filter that you are now. Like, you'll be somewhere and you'll say something in my mind. I'm like, I can't believe you just said that. Like, we'll be in an Uber and you'll say something. By the way, never use your Uber with Massieh. Let him use his own Uber because your rating is going to plummet.
I don't even have Uber on my phone anymore.
Well, yeah, because they probably don't even allow you on there.
I'm never using Uber again.
They probably banned you, just like Larry David.
They did not. Remember when he took an Uber?
Yeah.
And he got like a 1 or something, and he went down and hunted that guy down?
That's probably what happens to you. You're a 1.
I just don't like Ubers anymore. They all suck at driving. All of them.
So, and what's your take on Lyft?
What's the driving test?
Is it Lyft? Is the same thing, you think?
I have not used Lyft. I'm done with ride sharing.
You're done?
Done. Don't need it. What do I need it for? I have a car.
So you can drink?
I let you drive. So you can't drink. No more ride sharing for me.
I've had a few really bad experiences lately, I will have to say. I've had some really bad drivers where scary.
I'm guessing you don't do Uber Pool. If you can't do an elevator, there's no way you're doing Uber Pool.
I've done Uber Pool just because when there's been a significant price difference.
How much is a significant price difference?
Like $4 instead of $16.
Okay, that's huge.
I've done those a couple times, but if it's like $5 or less, I'm paying all the way.
I've regretted every Uber Pool of my life.
The worst is when you think you get rid of somebody and you're done, and then they pick up another.
They pick up 2
schmuck.
more.
And I'm like, are you kidding me?
I cracked the code. I started saying there was 2 of us.
Are you allowed to do that, or is that frowned upon?
But I'm sure that's.
I would think that's frowned upon in the Uber community.
That's why my rating went down. But it did help me out and get me to point B, I should say, quicker than the average Joe.
Yeah, I've had some really bad rides, and I usually rate them really well, but these rides,
they're getting worse.
They are. What happened was, it used to be people who just were decent people who wanted to make
extra money.
Now it's the whole cab community
and just random people.
Yeah. No good. I'm with you. I do prefer Lyft though to Uber.
What was that one we had?
Jane Go. Go
Jane.
Jane.
Go.
Now I have to tell you that I talked about Jane Go the other day.
Sexist.
Because I do think that it's a great idea. I'm surprised it hasn't taken off more.
It's a fantastic idea, but it's illegal. You can't say a man can't work. If I wanted the job there, they would say no.
If there's a
that's against the law.
But if there's a company that's looking
Where's your
for
HR director?
a model that's if there's a company that's looking for a female model, they're not going to hire a male.
But they can't reject a male.
I think
because he's a male.
Oh man, I wish we had somebody that can shed some light on this, because I do understand where you're coming from. So, for people who don't know this, Jane Go or Go Jane or whatever, it's a ride share for women. It's women drivers for women users. Women drivers for women riders. Boom.
I'm sure that's their theme.
Oh, I thought. But if I was a woman, or if I had a daughter that was ride sharing, or if my girlfriend's ride sharing, I'd feel safer for her to be in
a car with
a woman.
I disagree.
Why?
Because women are struggling to drive. They're not as... I'm just going to come out and say
Massieh.
They're not great drivers.
Oh, Larry David
I would not put my daughter...
Oh, my God.
I would rather have a 5-star male Uber driver.
Yeah, but how do you know you're going to get a 5-star male? How do you know you're not going to get...
If I get it and it's not 5 stars, I just cancel it.
I've had shitty Uber drivers that had 5 stars and 1,000 trips.
Really?
And I couldn't believe it.
And did you give them a 5-star?
Hell no.
So that ends that.
I gave them a 1-star. And then Uber reached out to me about my ride.
Oh, that's good. Good customer service.
Just via the app.
Oh, that's not
yeah.
bad.
They were like, do you want to go into more detail about it?
You're like, no.
And I was like, no, just a terrible ride. Unsafe. The guy couldn't see, I don't think.
How come they never know where they're going, but they have that stupid map?
They have the map there. Yeah.
But they can't read it. It's the funniest thing. I'm always correcting them. Like it says turn right at this next.
And the guy's in the left lane.
And he's cutting everyone off.
It's showing that you need to make the right. It's like, dude, why are you in the left lane?
And they just stop anywhere.
Yeah,
they drop off and pick up.
And they don't even care. He thinks he's got to go over right. So now he's just going to stop in the left lane and wait to go over and back up everybody in the left lane.
But they don't get tickets.
It's crazy.
You ever seen an Uber? I'm going to get an Uber decal on my car.
That's just not a bad idea.
And just do whatever I want.
I would think, though, that they do get it, because how many... I see so many cars that have the Uber and Lyft decals on them.
I've never seen one pulled over.
How often do you see cars pulled over?
All the time on
really?
the 15.
I don't go on the 15.
That's a highway patrol haven. Those guys are hiding on there. Motorcycle cops.
I hate when they hide.
That's not fair. Not fair. Just be out in the open, like everyone else.
Do you have some sort of Wi-Fi extender in here?
I do have a Wi-Fi extender.
Wow.
Is that legit or what?
I'm just shocked. I've never seen somebody in an office with a Wi-Fi extender.
The Wi-Fi router is all the way on the other side of the office, so it gets kind of weak. So I got to get an extender. You're welcome. Don't you? Oh, you don't have access to the Wi-Fi.
I'm not on the Wi-Fi.
You have AT&T?
I do.
So you have unlimited data?
I do.
Sprint, we don't.
I see them advertised for unlimited.
Well, my plan doesn't. I pay like $128 for 4 phones, but we're capped on data.
So
I have to be hooked up to the Wi-Fi at all times.
Well, you do have a T-shirt that says,
"Where's the Wi-Fi password?"
Exactly.
And that's
I've gone with you multiple places. We've been at houses where you were doing home inspections, and you would ask for the Wi-Fi password.
It's a must
for you.
For everyone, I think. I think Wi-Fi should be.
Speaking of Wi-Fi, I'm having lots of Wi-Fi issues right now in my house.
What do you have at your house? AT&T.
AT&T. Had them come over twice already. Still haven't been able to fix it. Lots of headaches from upset at AT&T, to be honest with you.
The joys and pains of home ownership, my friend.
Mm-hmm. And I'm still paying for the Wi-Fi. I'm not even getting it right.
You get a refund.
I should.
Demand.
I should.
All right, hockey, you're up.
Hockey, still, I talk about it every week. Vegas Golden Knights. They're just not slipping. They say that Vegas betting is going to lose money this year on the Golden Knights because no one had them going to the playoffs. No one had them possibly winning Stanley Cup. People who bet on them to do so, the odds were just so in favor of the bettor that if they do well, it's going to hurt Vegas. So we have the Vegas Golden Knights, number 1 in the West, number 2 in the NHL, just behind the Tampa Bay Lightning. My New York Islanders, they picked up a win on Sunday against the New Jersey Devils, ended a 5-game losing streak. Good game by the Islanders. Wait for them to come back. They killed off a penalty in overtime on the 4-on-3. Then they go in the shootout and they won in the 5th round. Jaro Halak looked good in net. But Islanders are on a bye this week. Did you know the NHL has bye weeks?
Weeks?
They have 1 week, so 5 games.
No
5
wonder.
days. 5 days. It's different, though, for every team.
Oh.
So it's this
because
week the Islanders are on a bye.
Kind of lighter. Like where the NBA, you can have 10 games at a time.
So the Islanders are on a bye this week. They don't play again, I think, until Sunday. But they can't even practice, I don't think, for 5 days.
Why? Because it's
a bye.
Like a vacation?
It's a bye, yeah. They give them a full 5 days. Every team gets it. So it's interesting to see that they did something. They did some change this year for last year, but there's still talk about them eliminating it in the future possibly. Also, a lot of negativity in the NHL about the challenge for the offsides. It's been new these last couple of years that you can challenge an offsides play, and if there's a goal scored and the play was offside, you can challenge it. Lots of talk about players, coaches not liking it, so we'll see what happens with that. But for me, it's all about the Vegas Golden Knights. Really, really impressive to see an expansion franchise where they are this late in the season. Has to be the best expansion team in all of sports. And that's the NHL rundown for you, Massieh.
Boring.
Are you still here?
Boring. Wake up, Max.
We just lost all our fans.
All 88 downloads.
Oh, look, Max just woke up.
She's like, is it over yet? Is it over?
There you go. Max the Yorkie Poo. Oh, Max, yeah, you want to piss on the desk like you pissed on Cruiser's bed on Saturday?
Oh, yeah, thanks for that Groupon.
Did you get it?
No.
Why not?
I have multiple beds.
Okay. Well, you were the one who was asking about the bed, though. The one that Max peed on.
Yeah, but I wish I would have had that maybe 6 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Is that it?
That's it, unless you got something else to talk about. I know all the listeners are gone now because we talked hockey.
It's true.
And we're over an hour, and according to you, an hour is the...
Hour's a typical drive time. 2 drive times. To work, from work. From work to work. 30 minutes each. That's all these people.
How long is your drive time?
Ugh. Right now, it's like 40 minutes
Oof.
each way.
Oof.
I'm 2 podcasts in.
Wow.
2 podcasts every time I drive.
There is a podcast I've been listening to lately.
Which one?
Heaven's Gate.
Okay. The show is over now.
It's about the
Heaven's Gate, the people who kill
cults,
themselves.
yeah, right here in San Diego.
Yeah, I remember
Very
that.
interesting.
You weren't around then, were you?
I don't think so. I don't think I was in San. I was around
it
in
was
life,
really
in
creepy.
terms of life.
They were all wearing Cortezes.
Nikes?
Nike Cortezes.
They were all
black
wearing
and
the
white.
same thing, and it's a cool podcast. I'm enjoying listening and hearing about it. These Colts, man, it's some crazy stuff.
I don't care.
Not
about
the Indianapolis Colts.
They suck.
Those
this
should
year.
be the only Colts we talk about in the Sportswire.
All right, that's it.
Sportswire, Saks and Massieh, thanks for listening. We'll be back at you.